Don't believe me? Again, all I can do is tell you what has worked for me. All I can say is that one of my companies just hit $100 million in revenue in 2024. Welcome to the Spinoso Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alex Spinoso. My experience and expertise is in scaling all types of medical businesses to 7, 8, and 9 figures. And I'm sharing my journey to having multiple 8-figure companies and someday, hopefully, enjoying a 9-figure exit. This isn't a podcast telling you you should do this. I'm just telling you how I did this, and I hope that helps you. I want to help you build your business, take ownership of your life, and become a better leader at home and at work. And guys, I'd love to connect with you, especially if you're a medical entrepreneur. I have free courses available to help you scale your medical business. Check those out at dralexspinoso.com/courses. That is dralexspinoso.com/courses. I also invite you to connect with me on Instagram at Dr. Alex Spinoso, LinkedIn at the same, and every other platform, YouTube, etc. I am always Dr. Alex Spinoso. Thanks for listening. All right, I have a confession to make. First off, before I make this confession, I want to say 2 things, lest everyone freak out. And good-hearted listeners send me caring emails and texts, and my friends organize an intervention or some bullshit like that. Here's what I want you to know. I have a good life. I have a great wife, great kids. I was born into and raised by great parents. I'm healthy, or at least I'm not headed to the hospital anytime soon. I have quality friendships. I live in a nice house in a nice neighborhood in a great town. My business is growing. I mean, life is good. I recognize that. I recognize that my life is full of blessings, and I'm thankful. The second thing I want to say is this. I'm not secretly plotting to kill myself. There's no suicidal ideation. In fact, I actually think suicide isn't always a result of mental illness. I think it could be incredibly selfish. The ultimate way of playing the victim. But I'm not thinking about suicide. Why do I tell you that life is good and I'm not thinking about suicide? Well, because I got a text from a friend the other day that said, "Hey Alex, can you identify a moment in the last 6 months where you felt just really good? I mean, peaceful, grateful, relatively low stress, just a single moment." And my answer was, nope. And I don't want my nope to be taken as I think I have a bad life. I don't. I don't want my nope to be taken as I'm so depressed I'm thinking of suicide, because I'm not. But here's an unpopular opinion. And here's what I want to talk about today. For entrepreneurs, for people who really want to crush their goals, succeed in business, scale their businesses to the highest levels, consistent inner peace is not a reasonable expectation. It's not a reasonable expectation for any entrepreneur who wants to achieve world-class levels of success. Don't get me wrong. I don't believe you are damned to a life of inner emptiness. I don't think your life needs to be characterized by daily soul-crushing despair. But the reality is that if you are an entrepreneur with high standards and a consistent commitment to excellence, then guess what? You're going to have a regular on and off struggle with negative emotions like impatience, frustration, and a shitload of anger. Why? Because you have fucking standards. As a performance coach buddy of mine says to me, don't get discouraged about being discouraged. Your spirits are low because your standards are high. It's the same with you. If you are a bona fide, overachieving entrepreneur, you know you are capable of better. You know you want more. And 9 times out of 10, you will not execute to the level you want to. 9 times out of 10, things at your business won't develop as quickly as you want them to. And because of that, you'll be tempted to drive yourself insane with how badly you want to overachieve and conquer. But here's the thing, guys. In those times, take a moment to look on the bright side. Take a moment to recognize that this curse is also a blessing. Now, At this point, I'm going to talk about comic books because I'm a comic book geek. You could be like the Instagram follower who commented on one of my posts. You had me until you started with the comic bullshit. Well, he was a total moron because he didn't understand that every comic book is a hero story. And from the beginning of history and every culture known to man, there have been hero stories to inspire us, and more importantly, to teach us lessons about the nature of life, about what it takes to make the most out of your life. And comic books are just hero stories told in a way that everyone can understand, drawn in a way that is really badass and captures the imagination. So, you could be like G-Rex Fit and moronically dismiss comic books, or you could keep listening, keep an open mind, and learn a very important lesson about life. Are you still here? Okay. So here's the thing. What makes Wolverine such an effective leader and relentless fighter is the darkness that smolders in his soul. What gets him moving and fighting and saving the world is the constant pain of having his bones infused with adamantium. Batman will never give up his one-man crusade against time. Why? Because he is possessed by the injustice of his parents' murder. And the deeper the Hulk transcends into a rage, the more dominant his brute strength becomes, to the point he's able to level skyscrapers with one blow. It's the same with you. The dark drive is a gift. It can motivate you to accomplish things that thinking positively can't. It's a thermonuclear negative energy that can be harnessed for incredibly positive results. Don't believe me? Again, all I can do is tell you what has worked for me. All I can say is that one of my companies just hit $100 million in revenue in 2024. Not added up revenue over the last 15 years like those bullshit influencers out there say. And I don't say that to brag. I tell you that because it wasn't peace and happiness and sunshine and rainbows that motivated that accomplishment. It was dark drive. And because of the dark drive, and really listen to this fucking point because it's huge for me and for you. Because of the dark drive, I'm able to help more people. I'm able to provide more opportunities for my team. I'm able to better support my wife and kids. When all is said and done, it's the dark drive that makes it possible for me to make a greater, more positive impact on the world. So, to paraphrase Darth Vader, you don't know the power of the dark drive. Join me. Join Wolverine. Join Batman. Join the Hulk. And give into it. Don't curse your dark drive. Embrace it. Leverage it. Use it. Good. Good. Let the hate flow through you. To become more powerful, to make more money, and to do more good.